Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham Paramashivoham Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
All right. Can remove the blindfold now. And please share whatever you have seen. We encourage all the participants, everyone who has taken part in this power manifestation, to share whatever you have seen, even whatever it may be. So we'll give a few moments. Please type in the Zoom chat.
Yes, just take a few moments to share your experience from the power manifestation, any glimpses you have received, before we are going to reveal the image once more for all of you to verify your power manifestation.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
All right. So dark blue star and Alexandra. So who's checking? Okay, fine. So whatever that means, that is okay. And white, yellow, green, purple, blue, stones, branches, grassland, golden, autumn, diamonds, and grassland. Okay. So okay, that's very good. So if anybody else wants to share, please feel free to type, and let's have a look at the image now. So you can see we were projecting the Grand Canyon in US, and dark blue and star is definitely there. Especially in the night, the sky will be filled with enormous amount of stars.
Yeah, it is literally one of the most, one of the places with the most stars you can see on the entire planet. Like, so many astronomers, they go there with their telescopes just to see the stars in the night in the Grand Canyon. So very much related now.
Yes, absolutely. And so all the colors, white, yellow, green, purple, all of that is there. There's green at the bottom, purple at the center portion, and stones, definitely, branches, trees would be there somewhere in this picture. Grassland, a bit less, but that is okay. And golden autumn, that is also the kind of atmosphere that is associated, that you can feel in that picture. And the diamonds also, like, this is the whole region of the gold rush and mining and all of that would have taken place in that land. So that is also very much related to the image. All right, so very good. Two very good rounds of power manifestation. Congratulate yourselves for seeing through the third eye. It's very good. All of you are successful in seeing through the third eye. So Swamiji is manifesting through you and definitely doing progress day after day. So thank you all for participating. And now with this, we'll be entering into further sessions on this whole theme of death. And now we'll be specifically learning about the Swadhisthana. The whole, every fear that you have is centered on the Swadhisthana. And the root of all these fears is the fear of death. Now, first Swamiji will be explaining about this, about the Swadhisthana and about fear more in depth. And then we'll be having a meditation technique that we can connect with our Swadhisthana chakra. So come to the space of listening and let's now receive these understanding from Swamiji.
Please listen. Fear. If I had to define fear, the self-fulfilling negative prophecy you have about your own life. Self-fulfilling negative prophecy you have about your life. If you believe in astrology, some astrologers written or told you that you are going to have accident in next 6 months, you will make it sure you have accident. Not believing in astrology is one of the biggest freedom you can experience. I tell you, even though astrology is a science, it's a great science, no doubt, but in the modern day, nobody knows the original science. Nobody knows the original science. It has lost its purpose. And in the name of astrology, the beliefs and incompletions you plant within you, astrology is the best example. That's why I chose that. How many of you have belief in this astrology and go on reading every day or listening to TV channel? Raise your hand. Only one, come on. The survey says 90% of the Indians believe. That is why there is no channel where there is astrological readings are not there. Fear is self-fulfilling negative prophecy. Please listen. Nothing hurts you in your life than fear. Nothing hurts you in your life than fear. Listen. Listen. I'll repeat. Nothing hurts you in your life than fear. Fear. Even if you have some blind technique to break the fear, I tell you, follow it. Now people have really some blind techniques. Just they will chant some stotra, some God's names, or some mantra, or even sometimes cinema song. Now people have their own ways in the night time to walk alone, as if that cinema song will drive away all the ghosts and drive away all the negativity. People have their own, but I tell you, even if it is a crude, raw, blind techniques, anything which can break your fear, even divert your fear. I am not even saying breaking, even if it can divert you from your fear, please use it, because nothing can damage you more than fear. Which would be more, the fear of the known or fear of unknown? I am unable to gauge. Neither fear of known nor fear of unknown. Fear of fear is the most horrible fear. Fear that you may have fear or you will have fear is the most horrible fear. Understand? Any definite thing does not create fear in you. You know for sure next year you are not going to become Bill Gates. You are not afraid of that. But there is a possibility you may gain little money or less money. You have your border. Within that only your fear will be playing. Fear, you may have fear itself within your possibility only. Within your possibilities only. You know for sure there are certain things in your life. You will never be afraid of that. Those few certain things. Death is a possibility, it is not certainty. See, death incident itself is certainty. But the time and the way in which it will happen, all those things are possibilities. We are afraid because the possibility, the freedom is there. The possibility is there. So the worst fear is fear that you may have fear. That's the worst fear. Nothing else is worse than this fear. Known, unknown, even known things can create fear. Even unknown things sometimes may not create fear. But the fear that you may have fear. Afraid of fears, that is the worst fear. Especially these phobias and all is fear of fears only. The moment you have an idea you may have this phobia, you will start having that effect of that phobia.
I tell you, all your big patterns are just bio-clock, connected with some bio-clock, that's all. When that time comes, your mouth will ask coffee. When that time comes, cigarette. When the time comes, beer. It is just connected to that bio-clock. Few days, just move. Move them, move them, move them. If you don't entertain a pattern just for 2-3 months, you will see that becomes powerless on you and it just dies. It just dies. It is just biological clock, nothing else. When it is morning, the Manipuraga will become active, asking for food. When it is evening, the Swadhisthana will start getting active, asking for rest and feeling insecure. That is why the evening, always your fears will raise. Once it is night, around 10 or 11, the Mooladhara will become active, asking for the sexual pleasure. This is just a biological clock. That is why the tradition in the Akada Sampradaya, always a sadhu has to take bath after 9 in the cold water, come and sit and meditate. He should not engage himself in any external activity, because any external activity you engage yourself at that time, it will only be searching for sexual pleasure. It will only be inspired by that fire. In the mornings, any activity you do, it will be only inspired, pushed by stomach, Manipuraga. If you are going towards fulfilling that, it will push you. If you are doing something else also, it will be always reminding you, I am here, you are unattending, I am unattended, asking. The breakfast fire. Till you attend to it, it will be asking. Same way, by the time it becomes Sandhya, the evening, sunset, Swadhisthana will become active, bringing life, giving life to fear patterns. By the time it is night, that is why I always insist after 10, you should only do completion and fall asleep. Any action you do, I insist, any action you do, whether attending phone calls or chatting, any action you do, it will be driven by the fire of lust. I tell you, all your patterns are nothing but your biological clock. If you don't entertain them, 2-3 months, suddenly they will become powerless. They won't have any more power over you. Sometimes I wonder, human beings not knowing how to get out of these simple patterns, they mess up their whole lives getting into worst relationships, suffering so much, giving up on such huge, beautiful possibilities. Never entertain fear starts during sunset. Never entertain lust starts during the night. Never entertain the hunger starts in the early morning when the sun rises. Never entertain all these three because they are not real. Never make a decision based on all these three. The hunger in the morning should not give you agitation, make you agitated if you don't give food. Never entertain all these three. I am not saying don't eat in the morning. I am saying don't entertain the patterns associated with that morning breakfast. You will see such amount of stress and the confusion gets awakened along with your morning hunger. Same way after the sunset, the amount of fears will get generated.
The fire which is awakened from Mooladhara and which reaches Swadhisthana. See, whenever you are caught by sexual desires, you can feel very clearly the fire will be awakened from Mooladhara and it will reach Swadhisthana, which is awakened, which starts burning in Mooladhara. If it becomes more, you are caught by desire. You see, all fires, all your problems are only this fire. Whether it is a disease or hunger or everything in your life is this fire only. If this fire reaches Manipuraka, it becomes a hunger. If this fire does not raise a tongue, if it is imbalanced, it becomes a disease. If this fire raises and touches Swadhisthana and comes back, it's a sex life, up and down. Understand? Whenever, if this fire raises from Mooladhara and sucked by Swadhisthana, you die. From Mooladhara. If it reaches Manipura, fully burning, you feel the hunger. If it just reaches Swadhisthana and comes back, then it's like a sex. You go to the pit and fall into that. That is why whenever you finish the sex act, you fall to such a depth or such a valley, you feel practically you are dead. You are dead. The rising and falling of fire, the temperature, that heat, this is a sex act. And from the same Mooladhara, if the fire goes to Swadhisthana, it does not fall back. Just Swadhisthana sucks the whole fire. The fire does not fall back to Mooladhara, means death. This is a circle. Life. This is death. Over. One day night, some 10 hyenas, hyena is a animal, will be very shy as alone, but will attack and kill any human being if they are group. Children means simply they will kill. Simply they will kill. Children are the best dinner for them. They will kill. I was walking alone. It was Amavasya, or just near Amavasya. No light, dark. In those days, the path for going around Arunachala hill was very dark, a narrow road, not even a road, like a forest road. Some 10 hyenas are standing in front of me suddenly. In the midnight, I am all alone with just that one book of songs of Arunachala. From the lower abdomen, Swadhisthana, I gave the voice, Arunachala. I don't know whether the whole Arunachala hill vibrated with that. There appeared an old man with a stick, drove the hyenas away. They all ran away. Somehow I got saved. Otherwise, I would not be here. I will not be sitting here. I would have been sitting in their stomach within next few hours. And anyhow, I came back and I narrated the whole story to my Guru, Vibhudananda Puri, with the deep feeling. From tomorrow, I don't need to go to the hill rounding, walking around the hill. And after describing with all the masala and the whole thing, she heard everything. Wow, Arunachala saved you. And I also, of course, Arunachala saved me, no doubt. Next day I expected, see, once Arunachala will come and save. But how can that be a routine? So, next day she said, come on, go for the hill rounding. I was shocked. I asked, what do you mean? Will every day Arunachala come and save me? She just hit at me with one question. Will every day hyenas will come and attack you? Listen. I asked her, will every day Arunachala come and save me? She said, will every day hyenas will come and attack you? That's it. My mother, who is always overprotective of me, I'm going and telling her. She heard the whole thing. Then end of the day she asked me, end of the whole story, what did Pati tell? Pati means my Guru, Vibhudananda Puri. What did she tell? I said what she said. Then she just walked into the room, into the house and said, all right, you go for the walking around the hill. She just walked into the house and said, "You go now." Really, I'm telling you, it was a hit on me. Yes, will everyday Ainas come and attack me? Then she said, if everyday Arunachala also will come, go. I tell you, even now I am seeing it in my life. Whenever Hainas come, Arunachala comes and protects me. It may be 10 Hainas or 12 Hainas or 600 Hainas. Arunachala comes and protects. If I would not have gone next day for my walk around the hill, Giri Pradakshina, I would have continued to be a human being with one divine experience. Because I decide to go, now I am a divine being, one human experience of screaming. If I did not go next day, I would have been a human being with one divine experience of Arunachala coming and protecting me. Because I went, now I am a divine being having only one human experience of screaming in fear. Nowadays, I don't even need to scream and call Arunachala. He is there. Before even the Hainas come near, drives them out, destroys the Hainas. Any problem comes in the form of Hainas. He takes care. He protects me. He drives them out. I welcome you all with my love and respect. Let you all open all your three eyes.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda
Yes, Nithyananda, all of you. So this is the revelation by Swamiji on the Sadhishana Chakra. Now we'll be entering into revelation by Swamiji, and that's going to be in dialogue with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagwan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivoham. So let's get ready to enter into this dialogue itself with the SPH. So let's get ready. Please come to the space of listening as we enter into this dialogue.
As I say, Jesus is Son of God, perfectly agree. We don't have a problem. We are also son, he is also son, let us say like a brother. Over. And these fellows, what is the difference between missionaries and us? We will lose our sanctity, understand? Non-conversion and ahimsa, non-violence is the root of our tradition. We don't believe in conversion. And we don't believe in terrorism. But these fanatics, these Krishna fanatics, will create one more terrorism. See, these idiots will create more terrorism. If you say that only Krishna, what nonsense is going on? Then after that they stopped calling me. I don't know whether they stopped talking this nonsense. Same way. See, say, Muhammad is a prophet of God, perfectly alright, nothing wrong. He is the last prophet, what do they mean? I don't understand. Then after that, nobody became enlightened. See, I became enlightened. If I say after me nobody will become enlightened, then the path which I travel, I destroy the system. It's defaming me. If I contributed to the science, let the path open to the next generation for more and more people to become enlightened. That is the prestige. These guys don't understand when they say this. Muhammad is the last prophet, they are defaming him. They are abusing him. Be very clear, there is no last prophet, there is no only one son. Again and again, and Krishna himself says, that is the beauty of Gita. He says, again and again I will come back. Again and again I will happen. Sambhavami yuke yuke. Understand? In Sanskrit that word means, what he says, he does not say, again and again I will come back. He says, again and again I will happen. Means, Krishna is a conscious happening, not individual person. He is a conscious happening. He says beautifully, Sambhavami yuke yuke. Every generation I happen. He will happen again and again. So be very clear. There is no such thing as, if you come to me, you should not go to any other tradition, or you should not learn from any other tradition. Learn from all sources and enrich you. See, basically, this whole thing, spirituality is what for? To expand you, to enrich you. Sometimes you may find some good flower here, there. Learn all the good things. Add as much as positive things to your life. There's nothing wrong. That's why in all the temples in USA, not only Shiva, Krishna, Rama, I took even Nayanmars and the Jain Tirthankaras, Buddha, Guru Granth Sahib, everything. Almost all traditions I try to put. Whoever wants to feel connected to anything, please connect. All I need, see, the purpose is to elevate your consciousness. If you feel connected to Shiva, then pray to Shiva, meditate on Shiva and elevate yourself. If you feel connected to Krishna, then meditate on Krishna, elevate yourself. The purpose is raising your frequency, raising your consciousness. Any technique is okay, any method is okay. Don't go to a person who says all other things are lie or lower than them. Don't go to a person who says don't go to others. That's all. Do the accumulated karmas of all past births be burnt out in NSP? Yes. Even single conscious glimpse. You see, if you have 1000 bags of cotton, it's not that you need 1000 days to burn it. One torch is enough. If your inner space is dark for 10,000 years, you don't need 10,000 years to light it. One lamp is enough, 1 second is enough. So, when I say yes, I mean it. See, man, as a seed, is polygynous, but as an expression, as a fulfillment, it should become monogamous. Understand? As a polygamous, if you take birth, it's okay. But as a polygamous, if you die, you have wasted your life. You should grow to the level of monogamous. So I don't want to use the word sin, but I can be sure that the person is not evolved or grown. See, this many affairs is more or less like you don't have respect for that individual, for that being. But don't go quote Krishna. Krishna's energy and Krishna's consciousness is different. Don't think you can become Krishna by having many affairs. Become enlightened and become Krishna. Not by... I always get this kind of questions. People come and tell me, why Vivekananda smoked, why I should not smoke. Hey, you become enlightened and then smoke. You also do that. And why Krishna had so many gopikas, why not me? You became enlightened, then he had. So you also became enlightened. Then you have whatever you want. What is there? Otherwise also I don't. Whenever people come and tell me, I have 2-3 affairs, what to do, Swami? I tell them that affairs itself will teach you enough punishment. You don't need a separate punishment. That suffering is more than enough. That will teach. Take care. Either you learn from master or life will teach. Somebody is asking if I were to die during this process, I would consider myself very fortunate as it would happen in the presence of an enlightened master. Okay, but anyhow you come back, relax. Some of them are writing that after they experience the inner being is very calm, still the mind has different thoughts going on. Is it normal? That's normal. Still, it will take 1 or 2 more meditation techniques. All right. Somebody is asking, with marriage being your favorite subject, any advice on dealing with it with less conflicts? Vinay? If you think I know the technique, I would have become Swami. Why do you think I would have become Swami? Many people ask me, Swami, how to handle the spouse and how to make the other person to do what we want. I tell them, if I know the technique, you think I would have become Swami. There are many other simple FAQs. Whatever feels like boring, when you visualize, when you try to empower, is agamya. Just do this process for 10 days. Every day just sit half an hour and try to give life to all the desires, especially after doing this pranic meditation, the breathing method. Just do that and sit and try to visualize. You will see so many things which you think or which you thought you will never be able to drop, even many addictions, they just disappear. They just disappear. I helped so many people to drop many affairs, addictions. Just this one method. When many affairs, what you think as very important thing in your life will just disappear. If a person dies before reaching enlightenment, does she get a choice about whether to return to earth or not? Yes. You have to take body till you become enlightened. If you live a restless life, immediately you will take body. Otherwise, you can wait and take body, but you have to come back, and come down. Till you become enlightened, you have to come back. There are so many questions which will be answered actually by tomorrow day after tomorrow sessions. What do I need to do if I want to make you my guru? All I say is only one thing. You need to have that psychological revolution inside and do every day Nithya Dhyana. This is the only 2 things. Psychological revolution means live the truth courageously. Whatever you know as a truth, live it courageously. The more and more truth will be revealed to you. Please understand. If you realize one truth in your life, and if you execute that truth, when you make decisions about life, at least 2-3 times, then the second truth will start opening up in your being. This is what I call nivritti, life towards enlightenment. if you don't execute the truth which has become your realization, then second time, the same truth you won't even remember. Please understand, you won't even remember. So any truth which clicks with you, the spiritual truths, ideas, start living it. That is what I call psychological revolution. And at least once do Nithya. These two is enough. You can claim yourself as my disciple, or I can say you are my disciple. This is a simple thing. All other things will happen by itself. I don't say only if you wear my mala, you are my disciple. I don't say if you are my bracelet, you are my disciple. Sometimes these fellows who use all these things, say, mala, bracelet and all is just to remind you that you are supposed to have that psychological revolution. Mala is specially to remind you to have psychological revolution. And bracelet is to remind you every day whether you have done Nithya. Before eating, you should remember, have I done Nithya? If not, stop eating. Do Nithya, come back and eat. For that only this bracelet. So all these things are to remind you. Don't think only that makes you my disciple. No. And these fellows, it became a fashion actually of late. Because millions of people are wearing. So, I always tell people, remember the spirit behind. Then it will become spiritual. Otherwise it will be just ritual. Don't make things ritual. Make spiritual. Somebody is saying, my father is not well, I wish his vision can be improved. I am not carrying his picture, but I can come back with it. You can send the photograph with a note, the distance sealing from Swamiji to the reception. It will reach me. It will reach my quarters. Oh. There are some more questions. After enlightenment, do you lose temper at times? It's a very funny question. Understand two things. First thing, I don't have mind to lose temper or have temper. Second thing, I am very practical and intelligent guy. I am not silent like Ramana Maharshi. Ramana Maharshi doesn't have to lead a big spiritual revolution. Fortunately, all you need to do is just help some few hundred people. Ramakrishna initiated only 16 sannyasis, 1-6 in his whole life. He lived 50 years on the planet Earth, 16. Vivekananda initiated totally 31 in his 40 years of life. And Ramana Maharshi initiated only 7 disciples into enlightenment. Fortunately, they all did not have big job. But what to do my life? I have run such a big organization. Already we have 1,200 full-time ashramites. Something like 300 sannyasis. At least 50 have been initiated into enlightenment. So huge work. So I am very practical. Maybe you can say I play with the mask of anger. And it is just used sometime. But I myself never get hurt, or I myself never get disturbed. Because there is no mind. While doing, that's all. Next word I can't read. I can better read your mind than this. Because at least in mind you don't interfere. Directly it's between me and your mind. Yeah, because you interfere, it becomes a big problem. Do aliens really exist? Do alien enlightened masters exist on the other planets? I am human enlightened master sitting in front of you. Why don't you make use of me? What are you going to do now, knowing that alien enlightened master and all those nonsense? Even if they come down, you think that you can be helped by them? People ask me really, Swamiji, can you read my Nadi in what Agastya wrote and tell me what to do? I think, alright, in a plain, simple English, I am telling you what to do. You are not ready to listen to this. And somebody wrote in some language, neither you understand nor I understand, you want to know that. This is called mystery mongering, actually. In English, we have a very technical word, mystery mongering. Just trying to know some useless thing. Even if I get some alien masters here and ask them to give some instruction, what else you think they will take? I think you will go and follow. And I am sitting here and talking to you in plain English. And 4 days. You are only now bothered about some alien landing for 10 minutes and talking to you and disappearing. You think that will do some big work inside? I don't know who runs it. Relax. And he's asking, what is the desire that holds you in your body? For example, Ramakrishna used to smoke. It's a big business secret. Actually, if you watch me very closely, I will just continuously touching and rolling my finger or rolling the Rudraksha, repeating the mantra. That is the way I hold on to my body. That is the way hold on to my body. Wherever you may see, whether in discourse or classes or anything, either I will be holding the Rudraksha or I will be just moving the finger. If the Rudraksha is not there, I will be just moving the finger. Means I am trying to hold on to the body, repeating the mantra. I had a very strong experience with my mantra before enlightenment. That's what I used to, that mantra only I hold on, to hold the body. Even now, if somebody asks me for autograph, I'll sign only that mantra. Legally itself, that is my signature. I don't sign as Nithyananda because I don't feel connected to that name. People call me by that name. And that name is given by Mahavatar Baba. Somebody has asked me a question, Lalit, I think. Please describe in your own words your experience with Mahavatar Baba. Am I right? Lalit, who? Oh, you put the question. Okay. Maybe day after tomorrow I'll describe because it's too beyond logic and too personal. If you also have some experience, strong experience through me, then you can realize, you can understand, I had that experience. Before that, if I talk, it will be more like some, exciting novel, exciting story. It will not be an inspirational story. Half crowd will not believe. The other half crowd, oh, good story, okay. Like a crime novel. Very adrenaline, so much adrenaline and excitement. It will not be inspirational. Let you all go through this. Actually, by today and tomorrow, by tomorrow evening, everyone will have at least one strong experience. These 2-3 meditations. Then day after tomorrow, I will talk about my personal experiences. Anyway, I don't feel connected to this name Nithyananda because he gave, I just allowed all right entity there. I sign only the mantra which I used. Even legally, official signature is that only. So, mantra is the thing which I am holding myself into the body. Are you really enlightened or are you a super genius spiritual Newton? With a 10 or 500 plus, who can comprehend everything better. Sorry if this is sounding atheistic or too bold, thank you. It's not atheistic, say. Even if you think that an IQ of 500 plus, it can happen only, see, genius means person who has gone beyond the mind. Person who has gone beyond the mind. One more important thing, Newton, he might have had the big, great IQ, but he became mad. And if you read his personal reminiscences, people who lived around him, he became mad and became imbalanced. With that IQ, if you are living balanced life, you are enlightened. Don't bother. If you want, you can look at me as enlightened, or you can look at me as super genius, spiritual Newton. Whatever you want, you can look, no problem. And actually, even the word enlightened, you won't understand. Better you can look at me as genius. People come and tell me. How Swamiji, people ask, sometimes people say that you are not enlightened. I tell them, that's a great compliment. Without enlightenment, if you have done so much of work, then the whole compliment goes to me. Otherwise, it goes to enlightenment. People take me for granted. They think after all he is enlightened, he has to do all this work. I'm not enlightened. The whole credit goes to me. Without enlightenment, I have done so much of work. Then I should be appreciated much better. So, whether I am or not, don't bother. If you feel that I am genius, that's perfectly alright. Think in that way. No problem. If you feel that I am dull also, I have no problem. You can think. I am unable to control my own thoughts flow. Don't bother about it. I will control. You don't have to control. What needs to be done about prarabdha desires that cannot be realized? No. You will never be able to miss your prarabdha. Your prarabdha understand, your prarabdha brings enough energy to fulfill itself. So, you will never miss your prarabdha. Don't bother. Do you agree with the concept of mercifully? No, I don't agree. Person has to live only by natural way. There is no such thing as mercifully. Do you support love marriage? Because you said that man's life should not be decided in 2 papers. The only way of marriage is love marriage. So I am putting across this question. I do support love marriage so that more people will start traveling towards enlightenment. I do support love marriage. All kinds of marriage I support. Without that, a man will not be constantly reminded he needs to travel towards enlightenment. See, God is unable to send guru to each house. That is why he created the marriage system. That's the best training method. Really. See, I am traveling around the world. Let me tell you some of my experiences. Now, favorite subject, okay. See, I travel all over the world. These guys, these youngsters, especially in USA, these NRIs, these elders will bring their kids, youngsters, bring their boys or girls, and when they come in front of me only, these elders will do namaskar, and they will force the kids to do namaskar. And the kids will say, no. I always take care that not only that, I don't enjoy these idiots doing namaskar unless they are really connected to me. It's abusing me. Just doing it for the sake of ritual. I tell them, who wants your namaskar? Get out. These idiots, they think that they are as if by doing namaskar, they are doing big favor for them. I tell them, no, don't do. Outside in a very polite way, I'll say, don't do. It's okay, relax. Inside my mind, I'll just think, let you fellow get married. Just let you fellow get married. See, 1 year marriage. No, only 1 year. Next year, when that same guy comes, he will do a full namaskar. Half wedding. And if I say something, yes, 1 year she has trained him completely. How to say yes and how to completely fall flat. Now all it takes is only 1 year. always tell my brahmacharis, if the training which takes for me 10 years, she does in 1 year. 10 years I take to train one brahmachari. But marriage does the whole training in 1 year. So I saw God is really intelligent. Now he saw we can't send one enlightened master to every house. It's a too big job. And we don't have that much of supply. So he created an automatic training system. That is what is marriage. 1 year is enough. Whatever may be that guy's job or ego or arrogance or whatever it is. And it is for both, not just for male, for both. For both. That's the best training, I can say. It's really a wonderful training. I've seen these brahmacharis, when they come, I have to struggle and die with these fellows so much to train them. Same age, if the guy is married and lived 2 years and he comes, vanaprasthi, nothing is required. No training is required. So I support all my heart and soul, all love marriage, arranged marriage, all marriages. So, that's the best thing to train human beings. Somebody is writing, they did not put a name. They are saying, you are walking, sitting and talking, everything is so graceful. I am enjoying all these things. Is it wrong to enjoy all this? I don't say it is wrong, but I only want to say it's dangerous. Understand, you are entering into a non-return zone. And you may have to join the club, that's all. See, falling in love with the master, maybe I can use the right word, rising in love with the master, not falling in love. When you get deeply connected or feel connected, whatever he does looks graceful. For some people who are constantly judging, for them it will look very silly. But people who feel connected, for them it will look very graceful. One danger, the moment you start feeling graceful, one danger with that is that you have to join the club. I always saw whoever feels that connection or graceful, Ramakrishna says beautifully, the ghost, so usually if a wild animal attacks a man, it will leave bones. If a ghost attacks a man, it will leave the hair and nails. Except the hair and nails, ghost will swallow everything. Wild animals will swallow everything except the bone. If you are caught by an enlightened master, he will swallow bone, nail, hair, everything together. So be very clear. There's a beautiful Bengali word. Bhuta, which will swallow everything, is enlightened master. So now, the moment you say, it is graceful, can I enjoy? You are being attacked by Bhuta, enlightened master. So you will swallow the whole thing. Yes, somebody, one more. You told us 2 beautiful jokes. Can you tell us one more? By the way, 2 will do. I'm just reading. By the way, 2 will do. You are making all 314 members jealous. We think you are the most eligible bachelor in the universe. Usually, 3rd day only I get proposals. How this batch will be ready? Relax. I don't know why these last bunch of questions are all like this. Oh, all the guilt disappeared. That's why I think these days are so free. Is it selfish on our part to become your disciples and expect you to help us when we are in ill health or in trouble? No, no. That's no way selfishness. Understand? Taking help from the master is directly actually taking help from the superconsciousness, which is source of you. So it is no way selfish. It's no way. Selfishness and this has nothing to do with it. See, if you take help from somebody who also has an individual self, boundary, that is selfishness, because if you take it will reduce with him. But the person who doesn't have boundary, who is ocean, if you take water from ocean, can you call yourself as selfish? No. I don't lose anything by sharing with you. So you can't call yourself as selfish. Actually, I don't lose anything. I'm a big business guy. If I lose something, I won't give, don't worry. I'm very practical. Whatever I'm giving and sharing, I don't lose. It's only multiplying, it's only growing. How does one feel when the cosmic energy touches? Just cool, that's all. Oh, here is a very nice question. If in a mass transport accident like plane, trains, ship, in some cases like 9/11, US attack, where all the people in there were destined to die, what happens to those souls who had still not finished their journey? They all hang till the regular time comes, understand? Whether it is murder or accident, till your time, the natural time is ending, you have to wait for next body. You have to wait for next body. Only one thing, if you are not consciously accepted, you will not have suffering. Please understand. For example, you come down to the planet Earth, this is creating a body to live 100 years. If somebody dies by suicide or murder, 60 years, they have to wait 40 years for the next body. If it is a suicide, that 40 years will be hell. Worst suffering, understand? Worst thing you can do is suicide only. Never ever contemplate. Actually, it will be worse than the present situation. Suicide is not courageous. It is fear of escaping from life. Somebody asked a question, why these people commit suicide without bothering about near and dear ones? Who put the question? There was a question. 3 questions related to suicide. It's not courage, they commit suicide now. You ask from where they get the courage. It's not courage, it's actually cowardness. They are afraid of life, so they escape. They want to change. They don't know anything else, so they take suicide. I tell you, suicide will be the worst thing. Your consciousness will suffer at least 100 times more. If you are murdered, if somebody is murdered, not suicide, even then they have to wait for the body, that same time, but there won't be suffering. They will be in a peaceful way. They will be just put inside, maybe I can say, anesthesia. They will just put in castle body. They will put to rest. So never ever contemplate about suicide. That is the worst thing. And just imagine, it's such a wonderful food is in front of you. Neither you have tongue to eat, nor you have hand to pick it up and put it in the mouth. How you will suffer? Same way, person who committed suicide, The whole world will be in front of him, but he can't enjoy, he can't live it. That is why he suffers so much without any body. He just goes around and sees, is there an empty body? If you live without fully aware of your whole body, naturally what you will think? After all, half of the body is empty. You live in one corner, I will live in another corner. And they catch your body. That is how the possessing happens. If you are completely aware of your whole boundary, live with full consciousness, you will never be possessed. You will not be caught. Otherwise, we are the mala. I have already made agreement. They should not touch whoever is wearing mala. We have some business agreement. No, I do a lot of favor for them in many ways. Because all their customers, I take care. So we do have some agreements. Actually, let me tell you the sad truth. Please understand. I can say this is one of the important secrets. Ghosts are actually lower level, low energy jivas than you. You have 7 layers. They have only 4 layers. They do not have the first 3 layers. Physical, prana and mana. Physical body, mental body, pranic body. They don't have the 3 layers. So actually, they are only 70% of your energy. Only they need to be afraid of you. You don't need to be afraid of them. But the problem is, your fear empowers them. The moment they see that you are afraid of them, they just take you for granted and try to possess. So if you are not bothered, if you don't have fear, then nothing can be done by them. They cannot possess or they cannot do anything to you.
So what a wonderful revelation. This was a dialogue, a question and answer by the participants, by the people. Wonderful session, a dialogue with the space. So with this, we have come to the conclusion of today's day of Paramashivoham Level 1. So let's bring our hands in Askar Mantra as we chant the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda. Yes. Thank you everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Nithyanandam.
See you tomorrow in Nithyanandam.